I'm Senior Master Sergeant retired Stephen Gardner. I was Chief Aerial Gunner for the 711th SOS while the gunships were there. I was in the reserves with the gunships from 1981 until 1995 when they were retired. 509, the ultimate end that you see here behind me, started life as a C-130A cargo hauler. As it was transitioned into being a gunship, it went through several different configurations of guns. It went from 4 20mm and 4 miniguns to its present configuration of 2 20mm, 2 7.62 miniguns, and 2 40mm Bofors. When the Bofors were added, 2 miniguns were taken out and 2 20mm were taken out. Airplane behind me has 3-bladed props. It was the last aircraft of C-130s to have 3-bladed propellers. In the 1980s, it, along with all the other A models at Duke Field, were converted to 4-bladed propellers. It made the ride smoother, it was more economical, and it was a stronger propeller system. In 1989, this was one of 2 aircraft sent to Panama at Howard Air Force Base for a 2-week annual tour. During that annual tour, Operation Just Cause commenced. Along with the aircraft from Hurlburt Field, this aircraft did strike missions, close air support, convoy escort, and even just intelligence gathering missions. It took its turn flying over the Papal Nuncio looking for Noriega. At the end of that, it returned home with a total of 30 combat missions. During Operation Just Cause, we were tasked to have a convoy escort to the prison in the center of the country. We did not know it at the time, but that prison held Panama's next president. During the convoy escort, the prison lit up and illuminated everything it had and did a prisoner count. Special Forces teams at that time were able to take pictures to confirm that the president was there. The cover phone overhead resulted in no shots being fired at that prison. After Operation Just Cause, it was deployed to Desert Storm with 4 other AC-130As. 3 of the AC-130As flew interdiction missions towards the end of the war into Kuwait as the enemy was retreating. During the enemy's retreat out of Kuwait, those 3 AC-130s destroyed a multitude of vehicles. They took enemy fire, they took enemy missiles, they continued to do their job. The 1956 aircraft flying a Desert Storm was the oldest and slowest aircraft in the air. They all returned home. They all returned successfully. This particular aircraft saw lots of combat in Vietnam. The crews that I've talked to back then loved every minute of flying. Often there's periods of sheer terror, but at the end of the day, that airplane would bring them home. This particular airplane, my favorite part about it was running the 40mm cannons, loading the guns, firing off the rounds, even cleaning up the brass afterwards. It was not a job that anybody could do. You're responsible for the safety of the entire crew, 14 people on board, and it comes down to you doing your job right. That's the great satisfaction of this airplane.